Last week, I made a video about Mrs. Smith, and in that, I had some layering suggestions. Most notably, at the end of it, I talked about how I recommend layering Mrs. Smith with Viva Vanilla to give it kind of an apple pie kind of vibe, especially the lotion of Viva Vanilla, which is a little bit more gourmand leaning than the woodsiness of the mist. I still stand by that recommendation, but it got me thinking that this is kind of discontinued. The lotion slash body cream is no longer available on the website. Maybe you can find it in store. The mist is still there, but this one's kind of on the way out. So I just wanted to come up with some other suggestions for pairings that are definitely still available in case you are looking to pair it with something and you want to make sure you can find that product. So I'll get into that in just a moment, but make sure to like and subscribe. All right, so my first one that I came up with was brown sugar. So pink brown sugar, which just came out, so definitely still available. And it gives a very similar kind of experience to pairing this with the Viva Vanilla, except instead of being kind of woodsy and dark, it's really just super gourmand and there's kind of like a cinnamon sugar kind of vibe going on there, and it's really yummy. So try that if you want to smell like a tart green apple pie with some cinnamon on top. If you want to bring out just kind of the sweet fruitiness of Mrs. Smith, so hard to get the, the label on there, then try it with pink apple. So pink apple is going to bring out some of the other kind of fruitiness of Mrs. Smith. So Mrs. Smith does have notes of things like watermelon and strawberry, and it also has some bottom notes of things like praline. So this will just kind of emphasize and elongate the longevity of some of those other notes that are already in Mrs. Smith. All right, if you want to make kind of a green apple version of champagne apple and honey from Bath and Body Works, then try it with the honey from the wellness line of Bath and Body Works, and that will give it that sweet honeyed quality. It'll kind of amp up the sweetness, but it'll also emphasize the florals that are in this. So there are florals in this of violet and apple blossom. So the honey in this will kind of emphasize those florals and give it more sweetness and longevity. So another great combination. Okay, and lastly, if you want to smell like a tray of baked and broiled pumpkin and green apple with tons of warm spices on there, then try comparing it or layering it rather with the glazed pumpkin together. Those will smell just like that.